Alright, man. It's time for my reaction to Murda Mook versus Hitman. Battle just ended on Bulletproof. I'm gonna talk about the other battles on the card, but majority of this video will be about Murda Mook versus Hitman. So, this battle went as I predicted it would go, and I believe my prediction was correct. Uh Quickly just looked online. Majority of people said they had Mook winning. I got Mook 3-0. In this battle, man, Hitman went first, and I knew that would be a distinct advantage for Murda Mook. And it's a good thing that Mook did go second and won the first. Won the coin toss, because with Hitman going first, what Hitman did for his third, if he had to win last, it might would have kind of played with the people's mind just because it was the last thing they saw. But let's just start from the third, because Hitman wasn't talking about none in that second. But the third, every battle rapper, used that theatrical trip of telling a false story. And Hitman was using some angle about Murda Mook raping a white girl. That's why he got kicked out of college. That wasn't the first time something like that got brought up. But if that was true, it would have been put out. But salute to Hitman with just being creative, and figuring out a way to take some paperwork and make it look like something. And he used like uh all other battles where people would use that angle with the paperwork and pass it out. So it was just battle rap IQ, but I don't believe it had no validity to it. You know what I'm saying? And he talked about how Mook was it was paperwork about how he was damaging his daughter physically and beating on his wife and things like that. But if that was true, he would have used all 3 rounds to break all that down. To save all that for 1 round and just let he was just trying to use it as a knockout punch, because he really wasn't saying nothing in the first two. He wasn't saying in the first 2 rounds, man. Mook was literally just out rapping Hitman. And I had already said I felt like Mook was going to take the remix and do something. And he had a lot of clever, like, remixed, like, antics he was doing, saying the lines over and over. He even talked about how Hitman was holding Show Out back, and Show Out body language. I don't even remember seeing Show Out in the third round. It looked like he had left or stepped off the stage. But Murda Mook was talking about how Show Out was borrowing money from Twerk and other people and stuff like that. And Mook bounced back very well in the third round, if you ask me, because he was talking about how Hitman, should be appreciative of his mother instead of always like going out complaining about everything being a problem and it's never him. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's true, because he's always complaining about something. And he even talked about how when as soon as Hitman said something about RBE, numbers, that's when RBE goes out of business, and now ARP, is doing podcasts now and blogging. So it's gonna be interesting to see ARP's reaction to being in that battle. And Murda Mook said when he went to RBE, that was the biggest thing that happened. And he kind of right, because I really wasn't checking for RBE until I saw he battled Verb, and then he ended up battling Big K, and it's like around that time, man, they was always booking some big battles. So yeah, man. But it was just levels and levels of showing that Hitman shouldn't even been in that battle, man. Like, Hitman cannot rap with no Murda Mook. And it was just flawless. Like, that first round by Mook was just absolutely flawless, man. He couldn't even get through it. Like, because of, when you comparing the substance of what was said and between Hitman first round compared to Mook, it's not even a comparison, man. It was like cotton candy to soul food. that's like you could just feel, you could feel it, in your bones, man, or the hair on your arm standing up when Mook was rapping, man, with the conviction and the different pockets he was getting in. He was really little boy and little bro in Hitman. And even if you look at Hitman body language, he smiled and it's like he was fanning out, that he was able to stand in front of his favorite rapper or something like that. Like he was, in admiration. Mook went to work, man. And it was good to see them shake it up afterwards. And it's like uh Mook just left it all on the stage type thing. Like, once it's said, he done with it, and it's like he check out and he move on to the next objective. But I don't even think Hitman wanted to shake his hand, honestly. Like you could just tell, like it's still like and Mook was talking about that, like that maturity, factor. Like Mook thinking move like a grown man, and Hitman, got a lot of childish things in him, because he even pointed out how Hitman the type to explain that he famous to somebody that ain't even famous. You know what I'm saying? Like arguing with somebody. Like he said that in one of the rounds. Like it's so many lines, man. Like I can't wait to rewatch it and really be able to dissect it more, because the body language and everything, man, like man, Mook, it was easy, man. Like exactly like how he said. Wow, I'm already 6 minutes in. So I gotta briefly run through these other battles, man. Coffee and Official, man. Official Official ended up punching Coffee. I thought that was a sucker move. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even rock with that, because um battle rap is just all about being disrespectful, and I just feel like if you emotional about certain things, just don't even get in it. That's why I wouldn't do it, because it's like it ain't no line I wouldn't stop at once somebody cross a line with me. And Official pretty much had already won the battle, you know what I'm saying? Because Coffee choked in the first, and I had Coffee winning that, but that was whack. Calico versus Rum Nini, it was a dope battle. I fell asleep though, so I can't even talk about them. But Calico was snapping in his first, and Nitty, he always doing his thing. Hollow versus Swamp. Swamp won that. I think Swamp got it 2-1. Hollow started cutting his round shorts. He always do that when like he don't get the reaction he want. Arsenal versus Jazz. Man, Arsenal mopped the flow with Jazz. If ours had that energy with Murda Mook, that would have been a super classic battle. But yeah, Jazz got humbled tonight. I actually got Arsenal beating Jazz with a 30 ball. Av versus T Rex was a super dope battle, and I think I got T Rex 2-1 in the debatable. But Av had some dope lines in there, man. It was just good to see T Rex. He stole that first round as soon as he said, I almost killed myself trying to kill Geechee Gotti or something like that, man. Grown man bars are something you got to deal with. They had a surprise battle between Loso and Pass, and yeah, I passed on it. No comment. And they also announced that Easy the Block Captain gonna be battling Twerk like next month or something like that. So yeah, man, that's my reaction to the Bulletproof, man. I like what they doing over there, man. Hitman versus Murda Mook, man. That was a slaughter. Mook got it, man. Um, it'll be more thoughts about this battle, man, but that's just my fresh reaction off the rip. If you made this far to the video, I want to say thank you for watching. Please drop a comment if you saw the battle. Give me your thoughts on each battle, especially Murda Mook versus Hitman. Let's discuss it in the comment section. I am James Vergado. Please subscribe to the GodLevelGenius YouTube channel and give me a follow, man. And you already know the slogan, man. Be God level. The genius is in you. God level. Genius.